Hello. Wow. Okay, so hi Jessie. You're right. This is a response to the fact that I have really fucked up dreams too. Like horrendously fucked up. Like you cannot understand how messed up my dreams are. They are ridiculously messed up. I actually have one that I had a while ago saved in my phone. So I'm going to read it to you because of how weird it is. Okay. Actually, I'm going to read a couple. I have two in here actually. So this one, it started at like my Christmas ball, and I was sat down with a load of my friends, and I was talking to this really fit lad, like at our school, about like music and things like that because he was quite musical, and he was writing a composition at the same time. I don't know why. We're at the Christmas ball and he's just writing a composition, as you do. I don't know whether you heard that. That's the sound of the city for you. Yeah, and my friend was trying to talk to him at the same time, and he kept telling her that she was like annoying him and distracting him, and she was like really annoyed. And then there were these other guys that, like, one of them I really liked, and they moved tables to sit with like a load of other boys that I know. And all of a sudden the Cha Cha Slide comes on, which is one of my favourite songs to dance to. And so I get up, and so a couple of my friends, we start to dance. And then all the rest of the girls in our year leave the dance floor, like completely leave the dance floor, and like start giving us like nasty looks and comments, and are like, oh, you know, we're gonna go down somewhere else. So then I get really upset and I try to leave the room, but this guy that I really like, called Michael, stops me, like with his arms, like, asking me what's wrong, you know, what's wrong, and I'm like, well, none of those guys like me, and they've been really horrible, and I don't know what I've done wrong. And I just want to dance, and I end up crying because I'm a wuss. But yeah, so eventually he like sits me down on his knee and he's like, oh no, it's okay, they're my friend, so you know, if they like me enough, you know, they're my friend, then you know, they're just gonna have to get over what I'm about to do to you now. And I was like, what are you gonna do to me? So then he ends up like kissing me, and I'm like, whoa, what the hell? So yeah, so he ends up like kissing me and is all like, it's okay, you don't have to cry. And so I'm like, you know what you're doing? And he's like, oh, do you want to go dance? And I'm like, no, I'm not in the mood. So then he's like, oh, it's okay. So then eventually he tells me that he's going to take me home, which is really weird because my friend was supposed to be taking me home, even though my friend doesn't live anywhere near me. But anyway, he says that he's going to walk me home, which was really weird because the Christmas ball was set in Harrogate, and you know I live in Wetherby. So I'm like, yeah, you know, you can walk me home. So as we were walking home, we weren't actually walking to my house. We were walking to my grandma's house, which is at the other side of Wetherby. But we were walking up this random hill and like towards my grandma's house, which was supposedly home. And we passed a pair of really creepy looking guys, and like he's like, oh, what are you doing? Don't look at her. But when I get to my house, which is then my house, he gets in a car to go home. He lives round the corner from where I live. Anyway, so it kind of like, I don't really know, it kind of did this thing where it like went through time quick, and then for some reason I was walking to my grandma's house with my friend, and the creepy guys were outside this random like house, and they're like, oh, you know, oh, come on in, go knock on the door. And then like there was an artist who was like doing nudist drawings, and like they were trying to force us to like get naked and have these drawings done of us, and it was like, no, I don't want to do that. So anyway, I got really upset and was like, no, what are you doing? Like put my top back on, and then ran to this guy's house, and I'm like crying, and he's like, oh, are you okay? So I end up telling him like what happened, and he's like calming me down, and then he's like, oh, you know, I really like you, and then he says he loves me, and I'm like, oh, but then I wake up. But yeah, so you think you have fucked up dreams. I have people wanting to do nudist drawings of me in my dreams. Where's the other one? Yeah, this was another one that I had. Like, my dreams are really long. Like, really long. I also have, they're called lucid dreams where I can like control them, which is quite cool. This is another one which is really weird. So I was in a hospital, like working in a hospital, and for some reason, like I don't know if I'm going to see someone, but I end up going to a different room anyway. And there's a guy like on this ward, and he's on his own, but he's been in a car crash, and like he's lost one of his legs, and like, you know, he's got a couple of other injuries and stuff. And basically we end up like talking, and I get to know him, and apparently his girlfriend lives far away, so she can't come see him. So I'm like talking for a while, and then I keep coming back like over a course of days. This is what happens in my dreams. It kind of like skips. It's very strange. So after a while, I say to the nurses, hey, why don't I like take the night shift for you? So I end up looking after him at night so that I can free the nurses up. I don't know. But yeah, so, you know, one night he needs to go to the toilet and he gets really embarrassed, won't let me help, so a nurse has to do it. And, you know, just standard stuff, and like he has to have his legs straightened, and he was like holding my hand, and I'm like, no, squeeze it if you need to. He's like, I don't want to hurt you. But yeah, so it's quite like, I've put, she finishes and leaves saying it's nice he has someone to help him along when she does that now. And he's lying down panting with tears running down his face. I wipe them and hug him, trying to make him feel better. That night move beds closer together so can hold his hand at night. Next day his girlfriend turns up. I say I need to go, and I bump into her outside his room. Ask her who she is. She tells me she has come to see him, looks in through a window and sees he only has one leg. Says that makes things easier, she's gonna dump him. Goes in and tells him, and she comes back out and says if I want him, I can have him, and that he was cute before he got messed up. So I go in to see him and give him a hug. Tell him that if she really loved him, she would have stayed like I have. He hugs me back and tells me he knows. After a while, nurse says he can have the face bandages off. He tells me to go wait outside, wants to be a surprise. I go outside and wait. Nurse comes out and tells me to go in. I go inside, he has his face hidden. I tell him to show me, so he does. He's really handsome. I smile and hug him and then hold his face. He asks me how he looks. I say amazing and kiss his forehead. The next day he gets his leg cast off, and I have to help him with his leg training to get him used to moving his leg, because obviously I'm a trained physiotherapist in my dreams. I'm sat on edge of his bed encouraging him to do it. Eventually he moves his lost leg. His lost leg? Oh yeah, he's like trying to move his, like, the one that he's had like amputated, like the stub bit, I'm presuming. I hug him and kiss his forehead again, saying he did it, amazing. End up looking at each other and kiss, dun dun dun. He touches my face, then pulls me like to lie down next to him, and basically then I wake up. So a lot of my dreams end up with me like falling in love with a dude. I guess that's like the story of my life. That never happens that I want it to. But yeah, there are only two of some of my really messed up dreams. I've had another one which was about this like monster person called the Red Monster, and basically I was playing hide and seek in a house and I went into a cupboard, and then when I opened it again it was the same house but it was like further back in time. It was really weird, and then there's like this monster thing and he like held people hostage. But then we fell in love at the end and he turned human, yay! So yeah, I think we are both as messed up as each other with our dreams. So yeah, this is a really long video response. I apologise, but yeah, my dreams are long. So yeah, just a quick notice, I'm taking the older group, like your drama session, on the 8th of December, I think. Steve will probably tell you this week. Don't tell him I told you. Shh. But yeah. Okay, I will see you soon, and much love, Jessie. Bye.